Jungle Force gang, what's up, man? Welcome back to another chapter review. I guess you can call this a walking review because I'm going to be walking while giving this review. Chapter 1055 of One Piece. I'm not going to start walking until this review is done. So let's go ahead and get to it. Something new. So yeah, as always, before I get started, if you rock with your boy, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Give me a like. I'm walking for you guys, man. Ain't giving a review. Let's go, come on. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get this review out the way. So me personally, I'm going to go ahead and give this chapter another 10 out of 10. It was another spectacular chapter. The chapter pretty much starts off with essentially Green Bull and the Scabbards and Momonosuke and Yamato continuing their fight from last chapter. Momonosuke is still wrapped up in telling Yamato, yo, stay back, I don't need your help, I want to be able to defend Wano myself, and Green Bull, he on his shit right now. And then after that little spiel, he's essentially now going into where Robin and Odin father is at, which apparently Law is now joining them. Law apparently knew Robin was up to something, and so he just figured out what, and apparently, he found out that she was with Odin's father. Anyway, they're walking down, and we get some interesting news about the city of Wano, and apparently Wano is not, well, it's far bigger than we essentially thought. So apparently the main city of Wano was buried, and because it was buried, they had to relocate on top of the mountain, and the borders that is protecting Wano is also what's holding the ancient weapon Pluton at bay. So whatever Pluton is, once the borders of Wano is open, the weapon is, essentially loose. So that was pretty interesting. In fact, that was very interesting, and I was like, okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now we go back to essentially Green Bull, right? And Green Bull is still, beating the shit out of Momonosuke and the Scalpers, which is a good thing because from the spoilers, it sounded like Green Bull was, shitty. He's still shitty, but not as shitty, so to speak, right? So he's wrapping everybody up. Browser tries to burn Green Bull with his fire, and that didn't work. Green Bull, know that fire is an obvious weakness to wood, and so he created like some type of fireproof forest, which then protects him from any types of fire attack, so to speak. But with that being said, it kind of makes you wonder what happened with Sabo, because his ability is nothing but fire. So maybe there's a different level of fire abilities that can actually harm his fireproof forest. Whatever the case may be, Riser is up out of there. Now Green Bull basically talks about how he essentially never would have came to Wano if Kaido was still there, which, by the way, further proved that, Yonkos is far above those of the Admiral. The Admiral is right now saying, if Kaido was here, I would not be here. Then he basically tells them to go get Luffy. Yamato is like, let's just go get Luffy so he can whoop his ass. Momonosuke like, nah, and he gave a pretty good speech about how he cannot rely on people who essentially wants to leave Wano. He has to be the one to actually be there to save Wano and protect Wano. And in the midst of this, he unlocked the fire breath thing, the fire breath technique that Kaido used. What is it, blast breath? He unlocks that, use it, and it looks like it does a little bit of damage to Green Bull. He started firing willy-nilly to the point where they say, is he going to destroy the town? They even talked about how Momonosuke still needs to get better at his aim. So it's not like he's Kaido level exactly, but the fact that he can use everything Kaido can prove that in the near future Momonosuke will be a danger or very, very powerful. And so Green Bull, sprouted from a little like seed and grew back or some shit. And now Green Bull is like, okay, I'm about to take you serious. You're obviously a threat, or could potentially be a threat. But that's when everything is shut down, and because apparently there's a Conqueror's Haki and it's my boy Shanks. Shanks is sending like a conqueror's hug. I don't know if he's using his sword as like a pole to send a signal or whatever, but apparently whatever Shanks doing, he's pissed off. He don't like the fact that Greenbow is going after Luffy, Momonosuke, and all of them, essentially because they just got done fighting. And he's basically talking like, hey, are you that scared of the new generation? Basically warning Greenbow that if he continue to mess with them, he's gonna fuck them up. You also see a little bit of, when he was saying all that, you also see Shanks having going down memory lane, seeing Momonosuke, Luffy, Harari, and what looks to be Shanks' daughter from the new movie, film Red, right? Anyway, Greenbow's like, okay, I got it. Don't want to fight you guys, at least not yet. But that's when he when Ambrose says stuff like that, bro, for me, it's like, he basically saying like, yeah, I don't want to fight you, but he can't sound like a bitch. And so he said, yeah, I ain't gonna fight you, not yet anyway. But in reality, he's gonna get the ass whooped. Anyway, everybody excited. Greenbow apparently leaves, and my boy Luffy, which is the best part of this entire chapter, if you ask me, my boy Luffy, bandage and all, was sitting there with Zoro, Sanji, and Jinbei, watching the whole thing unfold, and they all pretty much said their own piece. Sanji was like, well, that's over, some shit like that. Zoro was like proud of Momonosuke. Jinbei was like, that hockey is crazy. Luffy smiled, and he pretty much said, I think I know who the hell that is. My boy Shanks. So, yeah, this chapter was really, really interesting. It was a great chapter. Again, it's 10 out of 10. So yeah, I mean, that's the review. Appreciate you guys, and peace.